Hello Pisces, how are you? It's me, Lauren B with the Untitled Tarot. Welcome back. We are taking another field trip. We're taking field trips this week for the weeklies. I was going to do love readings, like specific romantic spreads, but then I was told not to. So we're going to keep rolling with the basic instinct spreads that we were doing last time. Whatever comes through, comes through. You know I'll never keep a message for you. As always, all of the energies can be vice versa or flipped. Gender is not a thing here. It's all energies, very, very fluid. So however it resonates for you, if it resonates for you, if it doesn't, don't like sit on it too long. Keep what applies and throw the rest away, okay? So what we have out first, Pisces, for your general energies, we have a lot of reversals, which I thought this is interesting. Okay, I didn't see that card poking out of the deck. We have a lot of reversals, which I felt like maybe it happened with Taurus, but we are in a bit of a retrograde right now. So we're actually in a lot of a retrograde. So I think that when that happens, a lot of the cards in general come out reversed. So just don't feel like some kind of way about it. So if we're talking about your general energies, Pisces, first out, we have the Deer Spirit. We have the Deer Spirit. We have the Dragonfly. Truth transcends illusions, right? We have the Whale Spirit. It's a very old, ancient energy, often things that are submerged, pushed down. Ooh, you guys don't want to talk. I know you didn't want to talk. That's why I'm forcing you to do this video. That's why I'm forcing myself to do this video today too. It's a lot about like what we keep under the surface, right? So it's like I'm looking at these top general energies, and in reverse, the Deer Spirit can be a little bit anxious. Honestly, it can be a lot anxious. It could be kind of paranoid, you know, a little skittish. The Dragonfly Spirit is about truth transcending illusions. So in reverse, that would quite literally be illusions transcending truth, right? And with the Whale Spirit being kind of like ancient wisdom underneath the surface, but still very much like known, the power of it. I'm like looking at this card in reverse, and I'm almost feeling like belly up, like playing dead, right? It's like all this darkness at the top pushing down all this blue, all this like expression, this throat chakra energy, the green, like that open heart space, the yellow, your solar, like your feelings of like self-worth, right? And excitement and an investment in yourself. And then you also had out the Gazelle, which very much like the deer, it's a very beautiful energy. It's so graceful, it's very poised, right? But it also can be it's a very alert energy, right? Like they always know what's going on, right? In reverse with the deer, that's saying anxiety, but upright, it's saying that you are trying to be very graceful right now. I think that there's a lot maybe coming at you, or you're just confused about a lot. Maybe that's it. It doesn't feel like there's a lot coming at you, Pisces. It just feels like whatever you have, you don't know what to do with it. Like you're trying to be graceful through this process. You're trying to like keep your head up high and like take the high road, and you're trying to do what you're supposed to be doing, but you are kind of anxious and paranoid. I feel it. I woke up this way today. Like whatever sign I'm gonna do first for the day, I like wake up in their energy, and then I have to like shake it off and like go about my business. And then when I start your reading, I can like step back into it, but I always know how it's gonna be. So it's like you're trying to be graceful to the situation, but you're feeling a little anxious, you're feeling a little paranoid, it feels like you're really confused, like just really like foggy headed. You're like, you don't know what to believe, like what's real and what isn't real. And so it's almost like it's all bubbling up to the surface for you, to the point where it's almost like, and it's bubbling up to the surface. It's almost like density, like pressure, and it's like pushing down, like because you don't know what's going on, you don't know what to say about it or how to feel about it. So it's like almost like it's not that you don't want to express yourself, but it's almost like you can't express yourself because you don't feel like you have enough information a little bit, right? So it's almost like playing dead. You're just like, just screw it, just screw it. And I didn't see this card pop out of the deck, but this is the Bear card. Obviously it says that right here. But this is a little bit of like a hibernation energy. Yeah, I guess it's like that playing dead, that playing, I'm done. Like I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna lick my wounds for a minute because I have no idea what's going on, right? Like I'm gonna hibernate. It's very Four of Swords. It's very Four of Swords energy for me. So let's see what's going on in your environment, Pisces. Why are you so confused? Okay, you got the Scorpion just flew out on its side. Not bad. balance in the environment. I'm seeing it as like a yin, like half a yin and no yang. Because that's the Scorpion's very much of like a focused, passionate energy. So it's like there's unfocused, but it's like the way it's on its side, it looks like it's half of something, or almost, it kind of looks like it's almost like, oh God. It almost looks like it's like half of a heart. You know what I mean? Like kind of on its side, like a little bit, or it's like a half of like an infinity symbol, or half of like a yin and yang. There's an element missing in the environment, which may be why you're so confused. Okay, that's a lot of cards, so we're just gonna put this entire deck down. Okay, let's see, my babies. Okay, we got the beaver energy upright. This is a very hard working energy. It's very loyal, it's very family oriented, right? And it's very productive. It's very productive with a purpose energy. And you have the Phoenix out in reverse. You have the tiger. Okay, we love a good tiger moment. And you have the moth. This is a surrendering energy. This is a surrender now energy. So hold please while I consult with spirit. What a cute little bird. Hey, bird. Hi. The bird's so close. Oh, Pisces, it's gonna be okay. All right, so I mean, in this environment, there's some kind of, it may or may not be impulse. I'm not feeling impulsivity. It's almost like, what do they call it? Like a trigger figure kind of thing, like a walking on eggshells kind of thing. Like it's a temperamental environment. It may or may not be, but you're maybe just thinking that it is. It's feeling that way for you. But it's definitely, you're in your immediate environment and feels as though there might not be loyalty around you in the way that you want, or a lack of collaboration, or a lack of an ability to collaborate, which would prevent a birthing. You know what I mean? That's what the Phoenix does. It rises from the ash, and it's a birth of something. It is a rebirth, but a birth all the same. So it's like not feeling as though you have enough people in your corner or the support that you need in order to get something done. That could be like that lack of focus. Like we can't quite pinpoint like where to put the passion, where to put the energy, where to put that time, where to put that effort, because maybe we're confused. We don't know what's going on right now. With this tiger energy, it's telling me that there is like an attempt very much with this gazelle to like stay alert and stay focused and like take in the information as much as you possibly can in order to make this decision. But with this moth in reverse, it's telling me that there's a lack of, there's too much control in the environment. There's a lack of surrender. Which I get, because I'm almost getting like, I don't have enough information to make a decision. You want me to surrender? I don't even know what I'm surrendering to. It's like that kind of, it's like you're confused either way. It's like if you don't surrender, you're confused. If you do surrender, you're confused. But it's like you're trying to stay very focused about it. You want to work on something. You want to have a birthing, okay. Let's see what's in your strengths. This feels like an SOS reading, Pisces. I normally do the signs kind of like in order, depending on like whose birthday sign it is at the time. So a lot of times Pisces ends up last. But you guys needed it today, I guess. I'm hearing like not playing ball. That's what I'm hearing in the environment. Not playing ball. Your strength's the golden egg. Okay. You got something special, baby. You got something special. I'm almost seeing it like, I'm hearing like bright idea, like a light bulb. But this is also a spirit card. So this is always very, it's that throat chakra. It's getting pushed down. It's like, and this dragonfly, it's all the blue. It's like you can't, I'm having trouble speaking. But you very much have spirit like in your corner right now, working for you. There's something that you both want. You're both working towards it. They're trying to help you. Is that your only strength? But it's like it is like a bright idea. That's what I'm seeing. It feels very much like a light bulb moment for me. And then this wolf flew out like all the way over here. It flew up behind me. Your strength. This is very much of like an emperor energy for me, an Aries energy. So that can be like I can take care of everything. I've seen a lot. I can handle a lot. I can plan. I can produce. It can be a controlling energy, but not necessarily in a bad way. If it was in reverse, I would say like, I feel like Spirit's gonna give you something I don't mean like a person, I mean maybe a person, but it feels like they're gonna give you an idea or like a breadcrumb. Like that's one of your strengths, is like picking up breadcrumbs from spirit. Because I'm looking at this and like I said, it's almost like a light bulb. It feels almost like a bright idea. Like it's something that's kind of like hidden and out of like the darkness. It's like ding. And then I'm looking at this wolf energy and it's like this glow. It's almost like the egg cracks open and it kind of, it's like a fire emits around you. But this is also your ability to control yourself, right? With this gazelle energy and with this tiger energy, that one of your strengths is that you're backed by spirit, is they are giving you some good ideas on how to work through this. It's almost like those little bits of light in all the chaos and clouds in your head, right? But that you do have like an ability to self-govern, in a sense, to get a hold of yourself if you feel like you're getting out of hand, or just your emotions, or like things are getting past your ability to manage them. You have the ability to kind of reel it back in and control yourself, to at least the point it feels like, just to know that you're not like good in that moment. You're like, I don't know how to fix it right now, but I know in this moment that like I'm not good, so I'm gonna do, okay, let's figure it out. All right, so let's see what's in your weaknesses. There's just a lot going on and you just don't know anything. It's like kind of like a pause period, which sucks. I hate that. I know everybody hates that, but it's like, don't go back and don't go forward. Just kind of sit in the nest, right? It's almost like this wolf is like sitting. It's like he's sitting, and I don't know. Almost by if you could actually surrender and then just allow the truth that you do know, even if it's very small, it's like not necessarily the truth that you want, but if you could just surrender to that and the process, it's like that in and of itself, you're gaining control by releasing control, which sounds contradictory, but it's kind of what they're giving me, that by releasing control, you actually gain control. And by doing that, it's almost like you sit on top of this egg and it busts open, and that's like that fire, that passion, that focus. Like you'll know where to put it, like that eureka moment. And your weaknesses you got at the mouse. This is like a very much of like a detail oriented energy. So this is you and your weaknesses don't get like caught up on like the little petty details, right? It's almost like the devil's in the details, right? Like file for your unemployment, do your taxes, make sure you know, whatever. But it's like it's like you're getting mousetrap. You're locking yourself by trying to figure out this situation. You're not going to figure out this situation. You're not going to figure it out until spirit tells you, until something happens in the 3D that makes it able for for some reason there's not going to be answers. You have enough information. They're saying you have the information that you need right now. It's not the information that you want, but it's the information that you need. And you will gain control by releasing control, but in trying to figure out, go down every little option and every little thing, trying to like figure out where the smoke is, right? Like, what is the problem? Why can't I figure this out? You're gonna get yourself stuck in a mousetrap, like searching for the cheese, you know? You don't want that. We don't want that, Pisces. You're a fish. You flow, you don't scurry, right? We flow, we don't scurry. Fish in reverse. Yeah, you're not going with the flow. Thank you guys, make me feel better. You're not going with the flow. You're getting too caught up in the little details of all the things that you don't know, and it's fucking up your flow. Okay? I get it, girl. I've been there. I got a summer house there. I know. So let's see what we're gonna do moving forward. Moving forward, Pisces. Oh, they're flying. I got cards all over this deck. All right. So we got the spider out. It flipped upright and then it flipped upside down and it was on its side. So it's almost like this is a card about making plans, right? It's very much of it's a pentacles kind of energy. It's building, planning, putting things together. With all these colors, it tells us it's about I'm getting moving forward, you need to make sure that you are all aligned, right? Building these kind of, I'm just getting like electricity, like networks, like connections. So like, it's like all systems are a go, right? for you, it's almost getting like a motherboard, like a computer board or like a motherboard kind of action. It's like you need to make sure like all your buttons are lit up and everything's good and everything's working before you can like take off, right? Before you can start making plans like with other people, bringing other things in, you need to like work on the center first to make sure your hardware is up to date. That's kind of what they're giving me. That's weird. But then you have out the turtle spirit, right? It's about going slow, right? You have the wolf, you have the tiger, you have like all of these, like you have the bear, you have all these very kind of focused, the gazelle, very focused energies, very strong energies. But you're Pisces, I'm Pisces. We're gonna go with the flow, right? We're not gonna get caught up on the little details. Big picture thinking, Pisces. The flow of the ocean, right? We're gonna go slow. And not only that, but this is a water card, right? What do water represent? Our emotions. So not only are we gonna go slow in the 3D and not freak ourselves out in our head and go through all these crazy options, we're also gonna go slow with our emotions. When we get an emotion in, we're gonna take it, we're gonna stop, collaborate, and listen. We're gonna digest it, right? That's gonna help us go with the flow. Because if we don't digest the emotions and the experiences and the anxiety, and it's not a crime, it's not illegal in the spirit world to have a bout of anxiety or bad day. I promise you it's not. You could always turn to your spirit guide and be like, sorry for my bad attitude. And they're like, it's cool. Like, it's not a problem, right? But if you don't digest it, it sits in your stomach like a weight, in your spiritual stomach like a weight, and then you can't flow. You just sink to the bottom, just like this whale card, right? Just like this whale card. So we're gonna go slow in our approach, right? We're not gonna drive ourselves crazy, and also we're gonna be gentle and slow with our emotions. Take things in, process them. Is this my energy? Is this not my energy? Is this just anxiety? All right, well, what are we gonna do about that anxiety? Like, what are my options here? Well, I could either run around and start, in a sense, like pulling things apart, like going on a wild goose hunt, or I could just sit here and I could just focus on what I already know I need to work on with myself or in my life or with my work or whatever that is, and just trust that the answers will be given to me as I need them, right? Because you actually do gain more control over that, because in that sense, you might not have control over all the pieces and all the factors, but you know what? That's better, because you have shit to do. And so who wants to be over here trying to manipulate all the little pieces of this huge chessboard like you're in Harry Potter? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be doing that, Pisces. You're a Pisces. You're a fish. Put on your little crown and like swim to Poseidon. Like, you don't have to be doing this, Pisces. Absolutely not. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to digest our emotions little bit by little bit. Let's see if they want to give you anything else moving forward. I don't think so, but they might. They might. I'm going to pull an advice card for you. Yeah. That's sweet. At the bottom of I mean, I'll put it on the board, but at the bottom you have the lion in reverse. This is a card about strength, right? But it's like in reverse. I'm hearing just like, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Like, don't be weak moving forward, but just like, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. There's a difference between being able to defend yourself and being defensive, right? That's part of that control thing, right? When you're defensive, it's like because you're trying to control like the factors. Just don't do that. Just don't do that. Because when you realize that the only thing that you can control is yourself, and you just work with whatever it is that you have, then you have more control, because then all the other factors don't really matter. It's not so easy for them to bother you, you know, and shake you up. And that's hard for water signs. It's hard for just anyone in general, but particular for water signs, because you swim deep. You swim real deep. I am a Pisces sun, and I have my Mercury is in Pisces. Other than that, I have a lot of fire in my chart, and I have a lot of air in my chart. I don't have a lot of other water placements, actually. But my two are relatively significant. So I know what it's like to be able to swim really, really deep and stay there for a long time, just like that whale, right? And that's okay. Part of the beautiful thing about water signs, in particular about Pisces, is that they're so mutable and that they can flow and they can go much deeper than anyone else could. They can just hold their breath for longer. It's impressive. Truly, it is. Okay. Skunk spirit. Know your worth. What is this? 54. That breaks down to a 9. Think 9 of Pentacles. Independent energy. Know your worth. And not in terms of like anyone else, but know your worth. It's like you're worth more than to just be a walking like a walking body of anxiety. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need that shit. You don't need that shit. Know your worth. You and your life are worth more than to be in a constant state of trying to figure out everyone else's. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Sit in your Nine of Pentacles, right? Because it's like you had the gazelle, then you had this deer. It's like, they're very graceful energies. 41, Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Love is all around. 41, that breaks down to a 5. 5 are changes. Changes can be really uncomfortable. And sometimes when you're in between changes and there's just like that kind of void space, it really freaks you out. But that's what they mean when they talk about holding space. Like, you hear that all the time, holding space. Like, what does that mean? It means it's like when something has left a space energetically and it's before something else comes in. And so it's just empty space. And so if you have to kind of hold it, right? Because if you don't, it'll get filled up with something else. Anxiety, negativity, people, you know what I mean? Energetic vampire, whatever it is, right? So you have to hold that space, and you do that by trying to raise your vibration and like be positive and be hopeful, but not expectant, and do the thing, you know, do the thing. And it's hard. And some days you can do it and some days you can't. And don't beat yourself up about it, right? Panther spirit, reclaim your power. 44, it's a master number. At the bottom, act as if you're not anxious. Try it. Fake it till you make it, right, Pisces? Listen, I hope that this helped you. I love you guys. It's gonna be okay. I get it. You're gonna be okay. Just let a little steam out of the kettle, digest as you go. It's all gonna be all right. If you guys need anything, I'm here. I really appreciate your time. I got a bunch of new subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I'm so grateful that you guys are here and that I just get to do this. It just really is a blessing for me. And it's so nice to know that I'm just like not like alone. Like, I'm not just like some little weirdo in the woods all by myself. You guys are little weirdos too. It's so wonderful. I'm so happy to have you. So if you need any of my information, it's all in the description box. Some of my personals. I do spreads on Twitter every single day for all the elements. I do mornings. I do all kinds of stuff over there. If you want some more untitled action, all right? I'll see you over there, or I'll see you next time. Goodbye.